Are you looking for a podcast and radio show dedicated to all things Kentucky sports? Bingo, bango, bongo, Big Blue.
Everybody's ready to go. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. And you're ready to go.
You're locked in to the hottest radio show and podcast in the Bluegrass State.
What'd you think of their energy? Unbelievable. That's who you gotta be.
From Pikeville to Paducah and all points in between, we give you an in-depth and sometimes extremely opinionated view of the Wildcats. The phone lines are now open.
And why are you making fun of Tim's double X? I mean, come on now.
Yes.
I mean,
It's Wildcat Sports Talk, presented by the Kentucky Daily. Now, let's join the two guys that bring the action every single week. Adam Webb and Tim Brandstetter.
Well, here we are once again, Tim. We are here. We are out there. We are ready to go. And wow, right?
Man, it has been a long time, Adam. It's been a long time.
I can finally say it again. Welcome into Wildcat Sports Talk. My name is Adam.
My name's Tim.
And we want to thank you guys for tuning in as we are broadcasting here from the arena in Corbin, Kentucky. But we're talking Cats tonight. And I'm telling you, folks, we've got a lot to talk about. First of all, can we do this?
What's that?
We told you so about Reed Shepherd.
We
told you so.
Yeah, we've been waiting a while for the "we told you so," but we definitely told you so. Now, don't get us wrong. There were some people that believed us. There were some people that were backing us.
Yeah.
But the majority of the Kentucky fans were like, Reed Shepherd probably won't play the first year. It's more like he won't play the second year because he'll be gone.
Well, it's more like if he didn't play the first year, we'd have about 12 losses right now.
That, and he probably won't play his second year because he'll be in the NBA. Unfortunately.
Hello from London, Kentucky. Thank you.
What's
Check
up,
in.
London?
Let us know where you're at. The hotline is at the bottom of the page. If you want to call into the show tonight, I want to hear from you. 859-428-8419 is the number to call. You can call in, and we'll take your calls, your questions, whatever. But Kentucky, obviously in this season, Tim, I look at it from a couple of different standpoints. Number one, they have 8 losses. Is that a little bit underachieving? Maybe so. Maybe so. But, teams with 8 losses can make it. They can go somewhere.
That's exactly
and this team
right.
has a high ceiling, a really high ceiling. Bowling Green, Kentucky checking in. Owensboro, Kentucky checking in.
We love it.
All across the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Adam,
we've got a lot.
We've had a lot of new followers since we went live last.
Yeah, I know.
And we want to appreciate all you guys that are new to Wildcat Sports Talk. This is where we started, doing live shows every week. And we're glad to be back. We just took a break, and we're excited to be back. And, man, this Kentucky basketball team, like you said, Adam, 8 losses. But they were working with the lineup all year trying to figure out who to play, who's injured, who's ready. And it's just been a tough year. But, man, I'll tell you what, I like the way the team's playing right now.
Me too, absolutely. Hey, tell your mom and them about us. Let them know, hey, look, tune into this show. We're going to talk a lot about Reed Shepherd. We're going to talk about the team in general. I want to break it down, though. First of all, I've really been struggling, and I know people are going to ask, what is our favorite lineup? Owsley County checking in. All right.
What's up? Yeah, there's a couple different lineups that work really good.
But listen, I have to say, I think you have to have Reed Shepherd, Rob Dillingham, DJ Wagner on the floor.
Reeves has to be on the floor.
And Reeves has to be on the floor. But you can't have all 4 at the same time.
No.
But, I think DJ Wagner's an important part. Now, there's things that he does that really irritates me, but I do think he's an integral part of the team.
Yeah.
But you got to have Reeves, you got to have Dillingham, you got to have Reed. You have to.
I like the way he's been using the 7-footers lately. Whoever's the hot man, whoever's contributing the best is who he's putting on the floor.
McDaniels, Kentucky. James Bowman says, you guys called it 100%. We did.
That's exactly right. Listen, we covered Reed Shepherd. Yes,
for 4 years.
We were biased towards Reed, and we wanted him to be good. But, Adam, we go back in sports media way before Reed Shepherd was born. And
Exactly.
I mean, it wasn't being biased. We knew by watching the game what he brings to the table. People thought they were going to get a little guy 6'3", but they thought they were going to get the Kentucky boy that was just spot up on the wing and shoot it. We knew better than that.
Wilma said she's watching from Maryville, Tennessee. Hey, listen,
Represent.
I feel bad for you down there. I really do. It's tough. I lived in Knoxville for a while, and it's hard during this week to live down there. So represent, hold that Big Blue Nation card strong, and let them know who's boss. Hey, if you want to get in on the show, you can. 859-428-8419. Give your thoughts on the team. Let us know where you think they're at. We're going to let you talk. We're going to let you say whatever you need to say because that's what this show is all about. We want to thank you. Make sure you share this out to your friends and let them know that Wildcat Sports Talk is back 7 o'clock on Thursday nights. Now, we're at 8 o'clock tonight on a Friday, but we're going to start doing this on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock.
Our original time. Adam, we talked about Reed Sheppard, but we're going to talk about him most of this show. I'm sorry, it's just time to do it. But not only were we right about Reed Sheppard playing, contributing, and being a major part of this team in his freshman year, he just got named ESPN Freshman of the Year.
Now let's break it down. Tomorrow, the Cats will take on Tennessee, and really the Fighting Dalton Connects.
That's exactly right.
That's really what they are.
They go as Dalton Connect goes. And he goes.
He goes. But break down the stats line by line, Tim, between him and Reed Sheppard, because you did that.
Yeah, I was doing a little thing, and, I'm going to tell you, at my office I work at, I was talking to a guy that works with me, and, he said Dalton Connect. When we said his name, you know what he said? Best player in the SEC. And my initial thought was, I'm not going to argue with that. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, is Dalton Connect the best player in the SEC, or is he the best scorer in the SEC?
Right.
And I said, I've not seen Dalton Connect stats. I don't know what else he does, Adam.
Right.
So I was like, let's go dig a little deeper and see what Dalton Connect does. What does he bring to the table? So here's what I found. Do you want to read them?
Yeah, I'll break them down for you. In terms of points, comparison to Reed Sheppard, Reed's averaging 28 minutes. Reed's averaging 28 minutes a game. Dalton Connect is averaging 29 minutes a game.
Same thing.
No difference. The points are where it's the difference. 12.2 for Reed Sheppard, 20.7 for Dalton Connect. Now you've got 4.2 rebounds per game, 4.8 for Dalton Connect. Same thing. Here's where it gets interesting, right? Assists per game, 4.5 for Reed Sheppard versus 1.8. Huge difference.
Huge. Daylight and dark.
Yeah.
4 times as much.
You want another one? Steals, 2.6, 0.7.
2 times as much.
Right. And here's this. This is the big one, right? This is the big one. Field goal percentage, 53.4% versus 47.3% for Dalton Connect.
Got him edged at the field goal percentage.
And at the three-point line, Reed Sheppard.
Wait, where Dalton Connect makes his living.
Reed Sheppard is 51.2% versus 40.6%. The biggest thing to beat Tennessee is play 40 minutes of defense and offense, says Jamie.
Good comment,
the guards
Jamie.
are going to have to protect the three-point line. That's exactly right.
Good comment, Jamie. We appreciate all the comments. We love reading them. The reason we did this show was, Adam, to connect the Big Blue, and we love taking comments and interacting with people live. But those stats, guys, and I know some Kentucky fans are going to be a little bit surprised because we fall in love with scorers. Everybody does. When you look at it, Reed Sheppard's a better player than Dalton Connect. And you know what else hurts Dalton Connect? He's 23.
Right.
Or getting ready to turn 23.
Yeah.
Reed Sheppard's a freshman.
Right.
So, anyway, did we just say Reed Sheppard's best player in the SEC, basically?
I'm here. If you're,
overall?
To me, I think Reed Sheppard's the best overall player in college basketball.
The only one that I consider an argument from is the big guy from Purdue.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And he's not an NBA guy because he's too big and he's not a three-point shooter. And he's a throwback player. He's a Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I mean? He's a big guy. He's probably more effective, or I don't know if you'd say more valuable, because Reed does everything you need him to do.
Have you been seeing the photos of that guy from Indiana State? They call him Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes.
He is this.
Doesn't look like a player at all.
No.
Yeah.
He's got the goggles, though, and, I mean, he's
That's an awesome player. Man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We've got a lot of people for our first show back.
Absolutely. 859-428-8419. I want to hear from you, though. This show is driven off of our fans. We want to hear from you. Call the show, We'll get you on. We'll let you talk about it. We'll let you give us your opinion on the show. Again, that's that. Brandon, what's up? How you doing?
What's up, man? It's good to be back, guys. I'm excited. And you know what? Kentucky, Adam, let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. We've got a shot to beat Tennessee in Knoxville tomorrow, and I don't think anybody would be surprised.
No, not at all. Watching from Morristown, Tennessee. Hey, look. Big Blue.
Somebody said Rob Dillingham. Don't worry, we're going to get on him. Rob Dillingham got runner-up for Freshman of the Year.
He did. And Rob Dillingham, let me tell you something. I will,
He's the microwave. I call him microwave.
We call it like we see it, right, all the time. And I will perfectly admit that I will have to eat a little bit of crow with Rob Dillingham.
Me too.
Because I was upset with him earlier in the season. I don't feel like
he's reckless.
I felt like he was too reckless. Now he's bucket.
He's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, Rob Dillingham is – all right, look, we say Reed Shepherd's the best player on the team. We agree on that, right? Rob Dillingham is the most electric player on the team. Is that fair to say?
Right.
And who's the most consistent player on the team? Best scorer on the team? Antonio Reeves.
Antonio Reeves, yeah, absolutely. Talking about him, man, look, there was an argument for a long time. He only shows up in big games, and I'm so sick of hearing that.
Yeah.
The guy plays solid every when he shoots the ball. This is the first team that I think I've seen at Kentucky in some time where when they shoot the ball from the arc, you know it's going in.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Look, if Shepherd, Reeves, or Dillingham shoots it, you're like, let's go, 3 points, let's go play defense.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you want those guys shooting the ball.
Absolutely.
And the bigs have come along because Big Ugonna has been a defensive monster, man.
Yeah.
And then you got Big Z, who's came in, and he really makes that offensive unit click.
Absolutely.
And, Bradshaw's improved.
Uh-huh.
He's come along. This team is primed for a big-time run in March.
Absolutely. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As we are broadcasting live from the arena in Corbin, 859-428-8419. That's the number to call. You see it right down there at the bottom of your screen right there. Give us a call, and we'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, I'd say Antonio Reeves is the leader of this team, no doubt about that. He's the veteran. He's the senior. He is the guy, man. He's the captain of this team.
Absolutely. Hey, we got a call coming in, Tim.
All right.
Let's go ahead and get to that.
Hi.
Hey, welcome in to Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this?
Oh, this is Matt from Madisonville.
Madisonville checking in. How you doing?
All right, man. How y'all doing? I'm ready for Kentucky to play Tennessee tomorrow.
You're ready for Kentucky to play Tennessee? Me too.
It's going to be a good game. I see Kentucky's revenge. Kentucky's got proof something. We're going to see weather the storm of Tennessee starting out good, and I just see Kentucky coming out focused, ready to take care of business. Wagner, we're going to see the Wagner that we've accustomed to seeing. We're going to see a determined Kentucky team.
Hey, I like it, man. I like it, and I think that's what's going to happen too, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to come out determined, and it's going to be a hard one in Knoxville, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks for the call. 859-428-8419 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. We want to hear from you, hear what you have to say. Tell us what you think about the team. Tell us where you think this team stands.
We were disappointed a lot of times this year, because we had a roller coaster. We were up and down. Adam, did you know, we haven't talked about this, the last second putback at LSU that beat us? You take that away, we win, 7 in a row now, and we're competing for the SEC championship regular season tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's how close it is. But, man, if you're listening on the radio, 98.5, it's the game's today, Saturday. If you're watching right now live on Facebook, we are excited about the game tomorrow, Adam. I was talking to this with a friend of mine, and he was saying, does this game matter a whole lot to Tennessee?
I mean, it does. because obviously
they're already the number 1 seed.
they've already got that. They've already got that. But I think really in terms of staying in that 1 seed line for the NCAA tournament,
good point.
That's probably where they want to be.
Because if you lose tomorrow to Kentucky, then you're going to have to get to the championship in the SEC game.
More than likely.
To keep that 1 seed probably.
For Kentucky, though, you win. I think you jump to the 2 seed, don't you?
I think they do have a chance of getting the 2 seed if they win. I've not dug into it deep enough, but I know if we lose, we could have to play. We could have to play an extra game in the SEC
on
tournament.
Thursday night. Yeah, which is.
Let me ask you this though: all Kentucky fans are concerned because they say we don't want to play that extra game, right? We don't want to play that extra game. Me as a Kentucky fan, me as dreading saying goodbye to this team, I'm kind of okay with an extra game.
Yeah, me too. And also too. Somebody mentioned Adu Thiero. Yes, that's another player.
I love Thiero.
Yes, he's an absolute stud.
Energy guy.
Pure energy. Pure energy. 859-428-8419 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. And yes, beating Kentucky always matters to everybody. And I would not want to be a 1 seed in the SEC in the NCAA tournament. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's.
This is a really tough year. You look at teams across the board. I mean, there are teams getting beat constantly.
It's wide open. And it's hard to win on the road. Did you see the stat a while back about the top-ranked teams losing on the road?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Absolutely.
Somebody give us a call. Let's hear another opinion.
Let's see. Beating Kentucky. We don't want the 1 seed. Let Tennessee have it. No, exactly right. Let me get a link here for somebody to jump on for the show. And then, Tim, you go ahead and talk to him a little bit.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys something that was on my mind was, I'm excited that Reed has had such a good year, and Reed proved us right by being an impact player on this team. But, man, on our Wildcat Sports Talk page, there's some people that like to get on there and poke at Reed Shepherd. They like to put down Reed Shepherd. And it blows my mind that a Kentucky fan would get on there and put down a Kentucky boy whose both parents played at Kentucky, who's playing his tail off as a freshman, who's leading in almost every stat, and they put him down. It feels like there's something more behind it than his performance. There's some jealousy going on.
And the other thing is I mean, like, I don't know. To me, it just seems like that we have this. I don't know. It almost seems as if I don't know. It's hard to explain, like why that happens.
Well, there's a little bit of jealousy going on.
He's from Kentucky. I mean, like, he should absolutely.
Well, and some people like to be different, Adam. If everybody thinks a guy is the greatest thing, they're like, nah, he ain't the greatest thing. I can't be like everybody else. I got to get attention.
That's exactly right. Hey, we're joined now by Q. And Quincy, listen, we know your Q's Corner is kicking off here in a couple of weeks. We've started Wildcat Sports Talk again tonight. And so we're expanding our horizons here to kind of bring just more coverage to Kentucky.
I don't know if you guys agree or not, but it's like they when we're kind of all excited for the future and excited to do a show. I feel like those times are back with us again, and it just feels great to have everybody back.
Hey, Richard says, speaking of great, there's Q. So he's got you there. Now, my question is, tomorrow, I mean, look, I've kind of gone this whole show without doing this, but everybody knows how I feel about that team from the South, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, needless to say, we hate to use the word hate, but we all three hate Tennessee, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And it's not the state of Tennessee, not even so much the program, not even so much the players. The fans are very annoying.
Yeah, no, they're the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fair? What do you think, Q?
So my first experience during football season, it was when Tennessee had their fluke season where they were ranked in the top 5 in the country. And we went down there, and I was right in the middle of a Tennessee section. And as we were leaving, we got like drinks thrown at us. We got spit on. The worst experience I had, and I stick by this, and I mean it. I will never be back to Knoxville for another game again because they're just the worst people ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's no surprise.
I can't imagine Q having a hard time in Knoxville. What do you think?
Oh man, I know. I mean, I can imagine you having a hard time in Knoxville.
Yeah, I know. I have.
Now, most people like me, Quincy. I mean, most of the time, because I get along with everybody.
Listen to him.
I'm easygoing. I get along with
listen
everybody.
To him.
But this guy, a lot of people don't like this guy, but he embraces it. He's okay with it.
I mean, but at the end of the day, the difference between me and Tim is I'm not afraid to tell Tennessee fans that I don't like them.
Well, I definitely tell them I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? I just try not to give them too much fuel to attack me. But Adam, he just puts it out there. He puts it out there all the time. He's like, "You want to make fun of me? Go ahead. I'll make fun of you too."
Tore up they get so tore up, like I think that's just the best, because if how mad and personal they take everything, it's the best.
Well, Q, it's good to hear from you. Let them know when they can catch your show.
Starting March 21st on Thursday, we're going to every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. I guess it'll be following right after your all show. We're excited to add another element to Wildcat Sports Talk. It's going to be a fun time. Hopefully Kentucky can pull out the win tomorrow. Real quick before I go, the reason I think that we didn't beat Tennessee when they came to our place is the start we had to that game. We did not get off to a good start of the game. I believe they started the game on a 9-0, 9-2 run. And then we made our runs. I believe if we win the first 4 minutes, which is that first media timeout, if we're in the game, I think we have a good chance of winning tomorrow.
Well, that seems pretty fair to me, Q. It's good to hear from you, and we'll talk to you again.
See you, Q.
All right, we'll see you. Go Cats.